I'm Carrie Miletto, and this is Office Spaces. I'm overseeing a major television studio renovation without ever calling cut. Construction is in full swing. The creatives are still hard at work, and the show must go on. So it's my job to keep everyone and everything running smoothly and on time. I might be in over my head, but with the right tools and these guys, it's going to be an interesting ride. Welcome to the Season 2 finale of Office Spaces. This season, I was asked to jump into an ongoing renovation of a TV production studio. There were highs, lows, and plenty of in between. What started as a partially empty warehouse is now a production studio of the future. We did a lot, but we weren't finished yet. So I decided to start at the top. The ladies from Lumicor came by.
Hi, welcome.
Hi, Carrie.
We'll be right down.
Lumicor created the gorgeous ceiling panels for our lobby and the wall protection throughout our halls. But they didn't stop there. They even created these adorable cafe tables for us to use in our newly painted prep kitchen.
I really love how it kind of guides you to the studio in the back. Like, you enter in the space and you see this beautiful, awesome ceiling feature, and then it really directs you right to where you want to go.
And no two designs are the same since every piece is hand-laid.
So I have to ask you guys, because I look at this and I wonder, is this like a machine that prints these out, that puts everything in there, or how does this work?
So actually, each Lumicor sheet is handcrafted, literally by hand. So each leaf is laid down by an actual person. We've had this decor for a long time. It's in our naturals line, and people like it because it has a little bit of more of a modern feel, but it also has a really good fibrous natural look. So we use quite a few fabrics to encapsulate inside of our material, and it just creates a really beautiful, flawless, light transference, diffusion that works really well in a lot of spaces.
And once we encapsulate it, then it's super durable. So it can be cleaned and scrubbed, and it's pretty impervious to just about anything. I know at home I've got scuffs all over my walls, and I wish that I had it there, because it can take a beating. When they first started asking about this space and we started planning it, I knew they were looking for something that was white, but not too stark and not too cold. Something diffused, modern, and a nod to being organic to tie in with the other organic elements in this space.
Lumicor's roots are actually in aviation, so it only makes sense that choosing the textiles to go inside the products involves plenty of thought and a whole lot of testing.
How do you find the different fabrics and the different textiles that, like, say, the ones we've covered so far?
So that involves a lot of travel and a lot of trend hunting.
Okay.
So, for example, I went to Germany just a couple of years ago and went to the largest textile fair in the world, which was my dream. I brought back 300 different textiles, and we go through such a rigorous testing process. And out of those 300, we launched 7. To give you a scale.
Out of 307. Okay, wow.
Constantly on the lookout for how to evolve as a company, their manufacturing process has become more and more sustainable.
Our standard line, we have over 250 decors. These metal punches, slices of bamboo rings.
These beautiful fossil leaves right here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, those are a really popular one for us. And we also have quite a few recycled glasses like you see over here. This one's actually crushed up wine and beer bottles.
So you may have contributed to this at some point.
Yes.
I may have.
I think we all probably
Actually, yes. That's incredible. I love it. It creates so much opportunity for you guys for styling and just, all different types of people that you would work with.
I think it's a total home run. It checks all of those boxes.
Most of our products are semi-translucent. Our wall protection product, that's where we have to put the opaque backers on so that it hides any substrate and is a cladding for a solid surface. So there's and like this cafe table that we're sitting on. It also has the opaque backer on it because we need to hide the base and the cleats.
So what you can see here is like the whole reason why we're putting up the wall protection kits. You know, people wash their hands and they splash water on the wall. The trash can lid's hitting the wall, and being that all the paint in the building is a flat paint, it marks up super easy.
And you just did this, so exactly.
Yeah, I've been having to touch up paint every week, so I can't wait to get it up on there and not have to paint anymore.
Exactly. All right, so let's take a look at the rest of the panels.
See you later.
Coming up next, FSB drops by to help me out with my door dilemma. Welcome back. So many beautiful designs have been implemented into this studio. From the unique Manrique wall mural in our Allied modular office area, which features luxury vinyl flooring from turf floor, to the buzz chairs in our new edit suites, lit by customizable Lumen Optics LED lighting. We added natural light with Maxim skylights into the ceiling areas, here, 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 and here. Added wood grain pattern tile by Bedrosian's Tile and Stone here. Utilize the intelligence of Johnson Controls with our new HVAC system. Made plenty of copies on our new Konica Minolta printers. Finished installing clear line wiring for better connectivity. Added several ergonomic shore rugs and a Follett ice maker in our kitchen. And who could miss this show-stopping garden on the wall in our front lobby? So now all the studio needs is a few finishing touches, or as I like to call it, door bling.
Today I'm meeting with the guys from FSB, and it's not a moment too soon because we have a hodgepodge handle situation happening. Oh, hi, how are you?
Good, Carrie, how are you?
Nice to meet you, John. Bill?
How are you, Carrie?
I was actually just ready to go and count all the different handles we have throughout the studio, and since we're going to be replacing them with you guys, I thought you could help me.
Great, let's do it.
All right, let's go do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
FSB has been around for a long time, creating timeless designs, all while staying ahead of the trends.
So these are the handles that we've actually put into the studio, and the design is beautiful. Can you tell me more about it?
Sure, that's what we call our 1241. It's designed by RDAI in France. It's a really new and unique design because it goes from a square to an oval shape, which is extremely difficult to manufacture.
At FSB, design isn't out of reach. They've even developed an innovative approach to making handles that keep germs from spreading.
So tell me about your history.
So family-owned company since 1881, really got our start in brass and bronze cabinet fittings. An in-house designer by the name of Johann Patente began to create levers that are molded to the hand. A very comfortable feeling, so it's an extension of the hand. We collaborated with up-and-coming designers and architects to give us their vision of what a lever would feel like in the hand or what it would be like. And of course, you get a lot of different designs that come out of that.
You know, I think it's something that we take for granted. Just every day we see door handles, but when you see one that stands out like yours does, and how you're saying it's very ergonomic, I mean, that's something you wouldn't think that people would put so much thought into.
Well, sure. Typically, people will think of a lever as just something to operate a door or open a door. With FSB, we consider it an extension of the hand, or the interaction between people and architecture.
That's what you're doing. You're taking the art and putting it into something like the handle. And you were saying for a little while that the designs have kind of changed. What people are asking for has kind of changed over time. So what was popular before and what's popular now, and how has that morphed?
Well, it does shift. There are some timeless looks. Stainless steel seems to last for an eternity, but black has become a very popular finish over the last year or two. And also a finish that was popular years ago, satin brass, is now kind of the new look again.
Code also plays a little bit of a role there. In California, a door lever is required to return to within a ½ inch of the door, where in the East Coast, that's not a code requirement.
Interesting.
So we offer levers that have a return to the door, but still continue to keep the timeless designs.
Who knew staying up to code could look so good?
So we really have to work hard on which levers we're able to create a return, make it look natural, make it look fluid. We take security, you have to have it, but then we don't want it to just be an ugly looking lock or piece of hardware on the door. We want something that's beautiful, that really complements the design of the room and the door and what the designer is looking for and what the homeowner or office owner is looking for. But we put them into series. We have our premium series, which is our stainless steel and bronze product. We have our Element series, which is all of our aluminum products and has a number of different finishes. And then we have a new series called Transitions, which is our forged brass. And that's a little bit more price sensitive because not everybody can afford everything that we make. I mean, we kind of stole the page out of the German car manufacturing book.
Okay.
BMW has a 7 Series, a 5 Series, a 3 Series. Mercedes has theirs. We're trying to do the same thing so that everybody can get great design within their budget.
So whether you have a nice budget or whether you have a price-conscious budget, you've got it covered for them.
Absolutely. It's the little details when you get into what we do.
Now that we have a handle on our door situation, see how we brought the outside inside with Garden on the Wall. Their award-winning biophilic installations eliminate the hassle of living walls and are created using all natural preserved plants.
As you can see here, we have Janelle doing the touch-up process where she has to make sure that all the plants and the details really fit seamlessly. You know, we take different mosses and the different plants and we can add them to the seams to really make them disappear, which is really our goal.
In just 2 quick days, the Garden on the Wall crew framed the area, brought in 16 prepped panels, and blended the seams through a touch-up and micro-mossing process for a flawless finish.
The hardest part is really making sure that the design and that the clients are really happy and to make sure everything looks seamless when we're done.
They also hung 2 similar pre-framed designs in our makeup room and in the first floor of our Allied Modular office suites.
So I just have to say, when I first saw this, I gasped.
It's really all about integration, and this is definitely the space it needs to be.
Reconnecting with nature through this type of installation has been proven to help decrease stress and increase the greater overall health and well-being of the employees, which is why Garden on the Wall installations can be found in many offices throughout the country.
Immediately, I felt so happy.
Well, that's why we love this business. We love being a part of Garden on the Wall because we actually bring happiness to workplace, to hospitality, to all different indoor spaces where we actually spend like 90% of our time.
With no need for water, pruning, soil, or light, this preserved maintenance-free garden is perfect for our lobby. Talk about great first impressions.
It helps us relieve stress. It helps us calm down, lower our blood pressure. So its psychological benefits are just vast, which sort of turns into productivity at the end.
And that's really important in a studio, you know, and where we've placed this is in the middle of a green room. We have our studio in the back. We have a lot of things happening and everyone comes through these doors. So I think it's great that it can give them that impression, that feeling, but it also, I think, helps with the sound, right?
It does. It does. It actually has a noise reduction coefficient of 0.5, so it helps sort of eliminate the sounds. Once the design process is completed, it really is actually an interesting feeling because you look at the design, and this is the sketch at that point, and it just feels right. It's like you're connected to the nature, even in the design step.
That's awesome.
And the interesting part that carries forward is when we're fabricating the wall garden panels. So when we're working with, for example, the Hedera plant, and we have a sketch that we need to follow, but then the plants themselves have their own mind. So once you start fabricating these plants into the vertical panels, they actually want to grow a little more here, you want to grow, so there's always a little adjustment in the fabrication process, which makes it just right, and that really readies it all for the installation.
That's the art part of it. I think
that is
really
the art part of it.
Makes it unique for each person.
You've heard it before. First impressions are everything in business. How you dress, act, and speak make an impact on everyone you meet. But a client's first real impression isn't just about you. It's about your office space, too. Truth is, How your office looks and feels says a lot about your brand. Make sure that wherever the initial interaction takes place, whether it's the lobby or reception, you are putting your best foot forward. At BrandStar, the client's needs always come first, which becomes clear the minute you step into their newly renovated TV studio. The front lobby features a modernized and well-stocked client service area, a 16-foot garden wall, streaming natural light, the best in LED technology, cozy green rooms, high-tech TV screens showcasing the latest in BrandStar entertainment, and of course, state-of-the-art edit and audio suites. All of this is topped off with a dedicated director of first impressions whose main focus is making sure everyone is happy. So, when clients enter your building, how does it make them feel? You want people to equate your company with warmth, expertise, and professionalism. So show them they're in good hands and start thinking about what your space says about you. After all, you'll never get a second chance to make a first impression.
Coming up, witness the final reveal and see how a green couch inspired an entire makeover. With so much to do, I decided to bring in interior designer Heidi Pettee to create an unforgettable green room.
The green room is a place where people wait to go on air.
My one request, a green couch for our green room. Get it? The rest was completely up to her. Her first stop, an eclectic consignment store to find the truly unique pieces that would make this room pop.
I am looking for various things. I never know what I'm gonna find. So I've been working in this field, which is highly creative, for over 20 years. I started in New York and worked for one of the best designers, Ralph Lauren. I designed all the stores all around the world. So the pieces I'm shopping for today, this is kind of the general layout. I have the sofa picked out. I'm searching for these two chairs. I managed to find these chairs in my vintage store. They were the right price. Okay, wait a minute. But they're super comfy. I put them right in my car. I took them right over to my upholsterer. I stopped off and got some gray flannel fabric, and she whipped them up. Very cool.
With the help of Ryan and Russ, she created a whitewashed brick wall, rolled out one-of-a-kind vinyl wallpaper, and then framed out a standing mirror with the same shiplap look from the lobby. The lights went up, the agati pods found their home, and the finishing touches were added.
I cannot thank you enough for the work that you put into this.
Time for the big green room reveal.
So Carrie.
Hi, Heidi! I'm so happy
Here we are.
I know, finally, in a finished green room.
I know. I'm so happy you're here to see it.
I'm happy to be able to hear it.
I know.
I'm so glad to finally sit down with you.
On the green couch.
On the green couch. You've been very busy these last few weeks, and I just want to thank you so much because obviously deadlines have been a big deal around here.
Yep.
And you were able to stay in our deadline time. You did this so fast.
It was a quick deadline. You know, with the elements of looking over here and then looking over here and still getting a wow factor.
Right.
I think that was my goal, just to really present a wow creative factor for this green room.
Heidi, I know you didn't get a lot of clear direction, really, when you started on this. I know our CCO told you one thing, that he wanted a green couch.
Yeah.
And then you took it from there.
He used 3 words, a green couch.
A green couch.
That's when the vision started happening. I just knew, I'm like, green couch goes off white wall, let's do brick. Maybe we brick the whole thing and the whole balance of the both walls, and that's when the whole thing started. So
Spawned the whole idea.
Yep, it did.
So basically you just kept the vision in mind and you knew exactly what you needed on your list.
Yeah.
And then as you found little pieces, you were able to pull it all
Yeah.
together. So you don't always have to go new.
Oh,
right?
no, you don't.
You can reclaim
I
things.
could shop at CVS and find something, I guarantee it.
But you know what? I can feel it, and certainly when I walked in, you accomplished exactly what you set out to do, because that's how I felt when I came in. I first looked at the couch and then I looked over at the
I wasn't gonna let you down.
Oh my gosh! And I love it! So
I'm excited.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You know, I was thinking what you did accomplish in here is a lot of selfies are going to happen.
Oh, I think so.
I was thinking
on
that, right?
one of these walls. Yes, that was the whole plan.
Okay, so I think it's
Do we
selfie
need one?
time.
All right, let's do it.
Let's be one of the first. Okay, cool. Ready? Let's get that artwork.
When we come back, you'll see how months of hard work paid off. Welcome back. Everyone here at BrandStar pitched in, though mostly Ryan and Russ did all the heavy lifting, to make sure BrandStar Studios would become a production studio of the future. This former warehouse is now nearly 13,000 square feet of audio, video, and production services. A facility of the future where our award-winning team can produce awe-inspiring creative across every platform. Soon, we'll install a seamless cyc wall which will give us unlimited shooting capabilities and a fully remodeled set for our world-renowned clientele. At BrandStar Studios, the opportunities and our capabilities are endless. That does it for this season of Office Spaces. I'm Carrie Miletto. Thanks for watching.
Thank you for calling BrandStar Studios. This is Stephanie. How may I direct your call?